One day you're happy, or happy enough, and the next it's over, and your world feels like it has been smashed on the ground. You find yourself sobbing on the floor, noises coming out of you that sound more like inhuman than your own. You're heartbroken, and you don't know what to do. You can't work, you can't sleep, you can't eat, or you eat everything in the kitchen. You can't function. All you feel capable of doing is crying, and even that has become too exhausting. Is that extreme? Maybe, but it's not uncommon. For some people, heartbreak feels like an overwhelming numb. For others, it feels almost like a non-event until one day it hits you in the face. Are you suffering from a broken heart? Regardless of who did the breaking, if he ended it or if you came to the heart-wrenching realization that it's not working, it never will, despite the fact that you know he's your soulmate, that your body is electrified when it's near him, that you fantasized about a life and kids and a white picket fence, and now it's over. Getting over it and moving on can feel like an impossible feat, and you need help. And that's where a heartbreak coach comes in. You need what I call a breakover. It's a post-breakup makeover. I know because I've been there. A breakover is a 12-step strategy that includes, number one, realize the reality of the relationship, which means that you also have to face your contribution to the breakup. Number two, bummers with benefits. What did you learn? Number three, write down why he's an asshole. It makes it so that when you're missing the fantasy of him, you look at it and you realize why he's an asshole. Number four, dig in. You've got to address some deep-seated issues, then excavate them. Number five, would you date yourself? Number six, get to know yourself. What are your core values? Do you know your needs versus your wants? Number seven, go out and online. No, you are not ready to date, but you are ready to go out and see that there truly are plenty of fish in the sea and that your ex is actually replaceable. Number eight, flirt. Feel sexy again. Have fun. Number nine, renew you. Get a life. Pursue your passions. Get hobbies. Get out of your box. Number 10, refresh your look. Do not chop off and dye your hair. Just think about highlighting a new outfit, a day at the spa. Number 11, feel and look sexy and strong. There are little things that you can do to feel sexy again. Number 12, then you're ready to start dating. I am a heartbreak coach, but I've also been there a couple of times. The first one, he ended it abruptly. He called me in the middle of the night, a few hours before I left for a business trip for 2 weeks. When he called me, I knew what he was about to say. I could feel it. I begged, I pleaded for him not to do it, but the words came out of his mouth anyway. It was 4 a.m. and I erupted in sobs and crumbled. The one that really was tough, though, was when I had to break my own heart. We were on and off for years, and the final breakup almost broke me, despite the fact that I actually was the one who did the breaking up. I honestly thought I was going to die. I came down with 103.5-degree temperature. My heart was so decimated that I was sure that my body would follow suit. I could not move. I was paralyzed because I finally had to admit that it was never going to happen between us, that we were broken. We were chopped, minced, destroyed. I did the breaking. I made the final call, and it should have been less painful, right? What was most painful was the realization that he wasn't all at fault. In fact, I was much of the reason for the devastation. I dug my own grave. I wanted this relationship to work so badly, but I broke it so many times that it became unfixable. He certainly was not faultless, but I definitely had to take some of the blame. And the realization that the circular conversations and the endless, blame-riddled tornado fights that we just couldn't get out of oftentimes started with me. I go into that story in another video that I have called Getting Back with an Ex, 10 mistakes I made that you shouldn't, and you should watch it. So after I cried for a couple of weeks, once I finally was able to coax myself out of the bathtub, put on clothes, and emerge from the dark place that I had been hiding in, I moved. I had to change my environment in order to get a fresh perspective and remove myself from the tainted headspace that I had been spiraling in for way too long, including while I was in the relationship. Then I started to work on myself. I started hiking again, something I used to love to do, that cleared my head and energized my body. I rekindled relationships with friends. I even went in a new direction in my career. And then I got online and started dating. I wasn't ready to be in a relationship by any means, but I needed something to distract me late at night when I started thinking and obsessing about him. I needed to do something other than stalk him on social media and torture myself by looking through old photos. I also needed to see that, you know what? There are lots of awesome guys out there. I needed to feel beautiful and wanted again because he hadn't made me feel that way in years. So I gave myself a mini makeover, hair color, deep facials, and some seriously sexy stilettos. I needed to reset. I needed to be myself again, my happy whole person again. And yes, I still hurt sometimes, but I'm stronger and more confident and more layered and introspective because of it. And in the end, I learned that the person I really needed to love the most was myself, instead of focusing on someone else and what they could do for me. I needed to figure out what I could do for myself. And from there, I realized that love truly is, and it comes from the inside out. And I needed to be able to say, you know what? I love me, with or without him or anyone. And that's when I knew I was really ready to be in a relationship again. So if you are going through a breakup or heartbreak, I know where you're coming from. I know where you are. I know how you feel because I've been there. You can learn more about me or contact me for heartbreak coaching. Go to my website, screwingtherules.com. You can also get my book, Screwing the Rules, The No Games Guide to Love. It's sold wherever books are sold. Thanks so much for watching.